white America cannot win the victory. It is impossible for America to be the victors in this universal war because of the divine intervention against her. Although she have enough deadly materials, manufacturers to try to win, can she win against Allah, God? She boasts of her materials and being able to destroy the people of Earth 30 times. If she was left free to use the materials, maybe America could win. But the divine die was set before her long before she ever became America. She can try and boast of her ideas of minds, deceive her black slave, but she will deceive herself and them. Why America is made manifest by Almighty God and the person of Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, that she is total, a deadly enemy against her once slaves. For many years, I have written that white America's greatest sin is her evil done to her black slave. Allah God tends to repay her for what she has done. She see the black slave right at the point of total destruction. She tried to rule the so-called Negro in with false and temporary promises by offering him high political jobs to keep him from turning his attention to self and kind. The black politicians could and should use his political knowledge to benefit self and kind. White America isolate the messenger of God from their mind with these false promises and make them to hate the messenger of God and to work against him, although the messenger of God is working for the interests of the black slaves. The eyes and ears of Allah God are open, looking and listening to the actions. It's not necessary for Allah God to use mechanical devices. Allah God is physically will. And he have real physical eyes and ears. Is capable of seeing and hearing everything we do and say. He has power to defeat us in our plans, which are against his plans. The American slaveholders want to deceive the so-called nigger into believing that Allah God is not paying attention to them. The white man wants them to believe that he is a God that they should pay attention to. I warn my people who believe in the idea that the white man is the God that they should pay attention to, you will come up the losers. Allah God is backing me up and the work he has given me to do. The work he has given me to do is for your own black starvation. If you think that you have starvation with the white man, then go ahead with him. I'm not here to force you against your own will, but I want you to know that if you are looking to white America for your starvation, you are headed with them to your and their destruction. There is no hope for white America to win the war. There is no hope for the black man and the future of white America. White America have no future for itself. She will not be able to win the war. The scholars and scientists know that white America cannot win. It is not just I alone saying this. The scholars and scientists will tell us white America cannot win. And we know by divine prophecy that white America cannot win. If it was just Russia, China, Vietnam, North Korea, using their judgment on how best to destroy each other, maybe America could win, for she have as much as they have in war materials and scientific preparation. America is capable of going out of the atmosphere of the earth to fight them from there, but she will not be able to go out of the atmosphere of the earth and destroy the black man of the earth. It is only a mistake that one should believe in America's ability to build a race station and an air on the moon, for she will not be able to use it against us, for divine plans is set to destroy her. We have many things out there in space that could be brought into action against America or any other nation today, for Allah is the greatest. The mother planes. The mother planes was made to destroy this world of evil and to show the wisdom and mighty powers of the God who came to destroy an old world and set up a new world. The nature of a new world is righteousness. The nature of a new world cannot be righteousness as long as unrighteousness is in its midst. The same type of plane was used by the original God to put mountains on this planet. Allah God, who came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, is wiser than any God before him, as the Bible and Holy Quran teach us. He taught me that this plane will be used to raise mountains on this planet Earth. The mountain that he will put on this earth will not be very high. He will raise these mountains to a height of 1 mile over the United States of America. This reminds us of the prophet prediction of this time of destruction of the old world and the bringing in of a new world. Behold, the Lord makes the earth empty and makes it race and turn it upside down and scatter abroad the inhabitants thereof. Isaiah 24, verse 1. There are planes in various nations today, but this is the mother of them all. Why? Because this type of plane was used before the making of this world. Why should God make such a sign of his power to destroy a nation? Because this is the final destruction of that people who have opposed God and his purpose and aim for justice and righteousness. The right race is not a people who was made righteous and then turned to unrighteousness. It was made unrighteous by the false God, which made them. Allah God, who came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, taught me that this plane is capable of reaching a height of 40 miles above the earth. The words could have been a sign meaning 40 years, in which the plane will go into action. And not referring actually to 40 miles. Allah God does not speak one word that does not have a meaning. Every word that he speaks has a meaning. The mother plane, according to what have been described of by the devil scientists, is capable of not only staying up for a long period of time, but is also capable of alluring the scientists. They want to attack and destroy it. But if a plane did get close enough to attempt to carry out this purpose, it would be destroyed instead. The white men have learned that this is not a plane to be played with. Planes come out of the mother planes. In the 1930s, the Canadian newspaper reported that they saw the mother plane and came down out of the sky. They admitted that it looks like a great city and that something came down from it and appears to be a tube. But that tube-like thing went back up again. Allah God came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, taught me that after 6 months to a year, the mother plane will come into gravity of the earth. It takes on oxygen and hydrogen in order to prevent it to stay out of the earth's gravity until it needs refueling again. Ezekiel prophecy of the will. Ezekiel saw the mother plane in a vision. According to the Bible, he looked up and saw this plane. Ezekiel 1:16. He called it a will because it was made like a will. Plane that is well shaped, it can turn in any direction at any time. He admitted plane was so high that it looks dreadful. He cried out, "Oh, will." Ezekiel chapter 10, verse 13. Ezekiel saw great works going on in the will and four living creatures. And their work was as it were a will in the middle of a will. Ezekiel 1:16. And when the living creatures went, the will went with them. And when the living creatures was lifted up from the earth, the will was lifted up. Ezekiel 1:19. The power of the lifting up of the four creatures was in the will. The four creatures represent the four colors of the original people of the earth. There are five great powers of the nation of the earth. The five powers are the black, brown, yellow, red, and white are the four original powers. The red is not an equal power. Vision shows the four creatures being lifted up from the earth. And when the will was lifted up, they was lifted up. And when the will stood, they stood. It means that they waited upon the movement of the will. In Ezekiel vision concerning the will, he says that he heard the voice of one tell the others, take coal of fire, scattered over the cities. This means bomb. It could mean fire too, however. The plane is to drop bombs which will ultimately be timed to burrow quickly to a position of 1 mile below the surface of the earth, where are time to explore. Allah God taught me that these bombs are not to be dropped into the water. They are to be dropped only on the cities. It will be the work of the will. The will is the power of the four creatures, namely the four colors of the black man. The black, brown, yellow, and red. The red Indians is the benefit also for the judgment of the world. We must remember that God comes to separate from the righteous that which is hindering the righteous from making progress, and to destroy the effect of the poison of that which has opposed the righteous. The effect of the poison will be fully destroyed at the destruction of the source of the poison which has poisoned the righteous. It's like one being bitten by a rattlesnake. Quickly, medication is administered in order to minimize the effect of the poison upon flesh and blood until a complete cure is effected. The patient is well again. It is useless to try to ignore Ezekiel's vision of the will for the make and destructive works, for the will was foretold before it came to pass. The disbelievers believe that which he see present, and not that which is prophesied to come. That is why he is the losers and takes the course to hell, because he disbelieved in that which is prophesied to come about in a particular day. This is what the enemy is trying to do today with the black man. He is fascinating him with sport and play and doing the evil to keep him from going to the God who is present. You never thought the day will come when you see your wife, mother, an old grave-headed woman walking down the streets today, half nude. A few years ago, they would not have dared to come out into the public like that. But now they do so because the devil has put his approval on this kind of entire. They desire to please the devil. They do whatever the devil bid them to do. The devil desired to take the black man with him to his doom. Let us not classify the prophet as liars and ignore the prophecy, for we have ourselves have caused destruction through belief in the devil instead of the belief in the God of righteousness. There is known equal of the mother plains. This is the reason why she is called the mother plains. The mother plane is made for the purpose of destroying the present world. She has no equal. Do not be surprised at the make of this plane, since it is from the God who made the universe of floating planets and stars which are supported only by the power of Allah and their rotations and their orbits. Allah God came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, taught me that the mother plane is a little human-made planet. It's not simple for Allah God to make a new planet if he wants to. The mother plane is capable of staying out of the Earth's gravity for a whole year. She is capable of producing her own oxygen and hydrogen, as any other planet is able to do. The mother plane carrying the same type of bombs on her that our black scientists dropped on the planet Earth to bring up mountains out of the Earth after planet Earth was created. The knowledge how to do this had not been given to the world, right race, nor would ever get this kind of knowledge. The knowledge of the world is limited. If the devil would get this kind of knowledge, we could just say that we are goers. However, they are not able to attain this kind of knowledge. What does a 6-day-old baby right race look like trying to complete with a 6-year-old child? Black nation. For the 6-year-old child to run all out in the yard and play. He can eat solid food. The power of the 6-day-old baby is limited. The knowledge and power of this world life right race is limited. The world of the white man was made from what he found and what he has seen and learned from the work of the original black man. The right race is far from being able to equal the power and wisdom of the original black man. The mother plane and her work is a display of the power of the mightiest God, Master Fard Muhammad, whom praise are due forever. Master Fard Muhammad, whom praise are due forever, is the wisest and best knower. He is the mightiest of them all. Oh, well, said the prophet Ezekiel, she was so high up in the sky that she looks dreadful. She is capable of staying away from you, who plans the destruction of her. She is capable of confusing you, who will try to reach her with your means of destruction. There are scientists on the mother plane who knows what you are thinking about. Before the thought materialized, the Holy Quran Surah 50:16. Therefore, it is impossible to try to attack the mother plane. She can attack you, but you cannot attack her. The mother plane can hide behind other stars and make herself invisible to the eyes, because she does not have to wait on the power from the earth. She can produce her own power to go wherever she desires to go in space. The mother plane is not like your little bullets or cameras, which are powered by your limited powers. The Bible prophesies that today Allah God wishes to make known to us that he is God. He wished to be respected as the superior God. He wished all life in the universe to know that he is the greatest. The Muslim recognize Allah God to be the greatest. You always repeat, you are the greatest. There is no God like unto you. None deserve to be served or worshipped besides you. Almighty will, I repeat, that there is plenty to make of the mother plane. There is much to the course operation of a work. See, space here in this book is limited. But what Allah God taught me concerning the mother plane can be put into book forms. Oh, will make to rock the earth and to heap up mountains upon the earth. Oh, will destroyer of nations. No wonder the prophet Isaiah prophesies that the earth shall read to unfold like a drunkard. The Bible, Isaiah 24:20. Let us seek refuge in Allah, God, from the destructive works to come from this mother of plain. The decision, the Holy Quran, Surah 78, verse 2, of the tremendous announcement, the day of decision we are now living, in a time in which we must decide on what shall we do. It's very important that we arrive at a solution, come to define agreement. You black man of America are holding back your decision. You are waiting because of the people who have brought this day of decision to us. By the way of rule. The rule is in a way of injustice. Now the God of justice is before us. We must decide upon whether or not we accept a change of rulers, remain under the present rule that is passing from the scene. We must decide rightly in order to relieve the people of pressure of injustice. Let our decision be for the benefits of our present and our future generations. We have no objection to that person who makes up his mind to remain in what he is already in. However, this announcement of great importance is led before you and me, so that we may come to some kind of decision, agreement, of what shall we do about the truth of this announcement. The announcement is the truth. It's asking us to decide on whether or not we are going to accept the truth, remain in falsehood. It is called the day of decision. Decide this day with God you shall serve, the God of freedom, justice, and equality, or the same old God who rule Allah. God is here to bring an end to. The wicked ruler veiled the eyes of the people with falsehood, that the people may take falsehood for truth and truth for falsehood. This is what the Bible and Holy Quran teach us. All an important announcement made by the prophet from Moses to the present day. The enemy of truth had deceived the people and made the people think that they would listen to falsehood. They make the people think that the prophet and his God was too weak to prevail over falsehood with truth. What is said here in this writing is directed to the black man in America. He is the real one who must decide on whether or not to remain in what he is in or accept a better world that is ruled by the God of freedom, justice, and equality. My black brothers, I want you to know that you are in a pitiful condition here in this day in which the announcement is being made to you to make up your mind about what you are going to do. In plain words, I wish to write here and tell you that you do not have a long time in which to decide on what you want to do. Thinking that you have a long time, decide is the mistake that people made in the past. Noah's people and Lot's people was the losers for ignoring the announcement for these worthy prophets. They waited for they thought that what they had was going to continue to be. We here in white America do not have to wait and see for white America's folding up under divine chastisement and destruction taking place before your and my eyes. Also, the Bible and Holy Quran prophesies of these days of what is going on. These days are the days of judgment of Allah God against the wicked. To see more mean the end of your life and my life as it was with the people of Noah and Lot, who were ready to see more. They could not come to a decisive point of agreement. They waited, and maybe you too will wait. To wait for the truth to be fulfilled means that we will suffer the consequences of the truth for not accepting the truth. The days of decision. And if there was opponents of the prophets in the past, we have opponents of the prophets in this modern time. But all of the warnings that was given before these days, we can make our decision so easily. Remember, people of Noah have no prophets, no scriptures before Noah. Again, remember that even as late as the time of Moses, people of Moses, the Israelites, have no previously scriptures before Moses. You black brothers are better off. We have all of the scriptures that was given to the prophets throughout the whole 6,000 years of the white man on the planet Earth. And then you would be so foolish as to delay in making a good decision till you see something happen. As the Holy Quran and Bible teach us, till you see the angels coming in the cloud of heaven, before you make up your mind. But still, probably you will reject that. Surely will not come in the cloud of heaven. But as the Holy Quran teach you, it will not be a good day for you who have waited for such time. Angels come in a cloud of heaven. They will not be coming to do anything like preaching or giving you further knowledge. It is prophesied that on that day of judgment, the angel will come to execute judgment on you for not believing and to save those who do believe. The preachers, the messengers, is the first to be judged. Then angels come to execute judgment on those who did not believe the message. The angels in the time of Lot are a good warning to you today. Those people was lost. Angels came to execute judgment on opponents and disbelievers a lot in the city of the plain where he was living. The day of decision only means the resurrection and judgment of the present world. And Jesus prophesied as it was in the days of Noah, Abraham, and Lot. So it will be today. There was eating, drinking, and having a good time, as they call it. But it's not a good time. It is a wicked time. The history teach us that by waiting, there was the losers. But yet it will be the same today. It is the same for what's going on now. You are rejecting this truth. You are accepting falsehood instead. Naturally, enemy of truth is angry with the bearers of truth, because by nature, the enemy was not made of truth. He was made of falsehood. But again, the Bible teaches that whosoever believe the same shall be saved. This is truth, whether he is white or black. If a white man, woman, boy, or girl believe, even though by nature they are not the real righteous, the faith will get them out of hell. Allah God threatened this world with, and the time will be prolonged. I'm sure that you know this. They also know this. A remnant of them will escape if they have the faith in Allah God and His religion of Islam. As Jesus prophesies in the Bible, that even though an enemy give one of his least one, a believer, a drink of water, and that being a good act, the God will not deprive that act of goodness of his reward. Make up your mind. Come to a right decision. I warn you. When shall you see all things? Jesus prophesied that when we see the fulfillment of the prophecy of this time, then we shall know by such acts of people, strange actions that we have never witnessed before, carry on by the people. Know that it's the end is near, even at the door. The Bible prophesies in Daniel and Matthew, saying that this is a time that man had never seen before. And man will never see such time again after this time. strange happening. In prophecy, Jesus says that parents will be against children, children will be against parents. Do you not see these things being fulfilled today, right in our eyes? Not only are parents against children, children are against parents. Parents are murdering their children, and children are murdering their parents. In some families, the parents kill their children, and then they commit suicide themselves. This is going on today in this old USA, where the gospel of Jesus is preached every hour of the day, somewhere in the land. In this time in which we are now living, there is no respect for dignity. President leaving the country to travel far to meet with rulers of foreign countries to discuss the strange things that are happening, strange things that were happening between the nations. The beautiful and rich country of America, to which many people of Europe and Asia seeking refuge in this country, as the prophecy is now coming into fulfillment. Yes. In that day and time, everyone now will begin to go away from white America instead of coming to white America. Everyone will be going away from white America instead of coming to white America. As Revelation Bible teach us of the prophecy that they will stand afar off and see the fire of her, America burning. For fear of it, they will lift up their hands or their voice. They will lament for her. You see, white America trades is cut off, and all of her delicious and delicate things that she used to have in trades is all gone. See, 1 hour, one day, it came to pass here in the Western Hemisphere. You see, the most wicked people who ever live on earth are in the Western Hemisphere. As the Bible teaches us, that God says that to him, this is like Solomon and Gomorrah. He allowed, God did say that the wickedness of the day of Noah and his people, and Lot and his people, the Starmites, was no more than child's play compared to this wickedness of today. For they are highly educated, they are scientists, and making wickedness for themselves. You see, day and night, up and down the streets, people are killing and murdering each other who do not know very much about what is going on in Europe. But we do see it right here in the city of Chicago, Illinois. The radio and the television announcements to the public that murdering, killing are taking place continually. When shall you see all things now? Today there's great disrespect of one another. Mother and her daughters are walking the streets in shame to the public of decent-minded people. They are throwing their clothes aside from their body, trying to keep nothing covered but their shame. And some barely cover their shame, as it was in the days of Noah and Lot. So shall it be in the days of the coming of the Son of Man. Son of Man comes to judge man and mankind. The days have come. And Daniel prophesies. We see Daniel 9:26 and 27. And to the end of the war, desolation are determined. And for the overspreading of abomination, he shall make it desolate, even until the consummation. And that the torment shall be poured upon the desolate. Just think about it. At the end of the war, desolation. So that put an end to the hope of those who expect to see a great boost of prosperity after the war. In the days of Noah, we see the children of the Starmites came out happy that morning, and that was the end. They saw a cloud making up. They just considered that it was a regular rain cloud, but that was the end. And the Bible prophecy of Jesus, Matthew 24, 38, 39. Whereas in the days that was before the flood, there was eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, till the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. In the time of Noah, the people of Noah was having parties as you are doing today. And that day was the end. In the time of Sodom and Gomorrah, that was so wicked that they was willing to go to war with the angels in the house of Lot. The Sodomites attacked the angels of God, who have power to destroy the Sodomites almost instantly. The Sodomite warned that they had been watching angels visiting the house of Lot. A terrible time is gradually approaching us. Time so terrible until it will make children's grave-headed. The Holy Quran teach us, the Bible teach us that it will be a time never witnessed by man. And there will be such time in the hereafter. It's a great time. Day and night, storms are coming in the country. And they're storming day and night. The Holy Quran prophesies a disaster one right after another. This we are witnessing with our own eyes. Oh, America. Oh, America. Oh, America. Where shall you flee? The Holy Quran teach us, black men, take refuge in Allah God. Today people laugh at you if you invite them to do righteousness. They make mock of you doing right. So did the people of Noah and Lot. As it is said so beautiful in Jesus' prophecy, so shall it be in the days of the coming of the Son of Man. When shall you see all things that you now see, know that is here? We are living in the end. My black people, I said to fly to Allah God for refuge. Come follow me. I may look weak, but through me, you'll find refuge in Allah. The judgment is near. Everywhere that we look and everything that we can think about marks the end of this world. There never was a time in the history of the United States of America that the president goes out to try to visit the heads of all of the nation that seem to be somewhat his equal. He is like a criminal who have committed a crime, and he hope for mercy from those who have committed the crime against. We cannot escape our doom when it comes teaching the Holy Quran and the Bible. They showed no mercy at all to the black slave. They treated the black slave worse than any human being has ever been treated. They continue to do so in the face of a divine judgment. Remind you of a parable of the rich man and the poor man. As long as the rich man enjoy luxury, he cares nothing about luxury for his slave, Lazarus. Then at last the rich man flew into poverty, was unable to get help even for himself. The Bible says of the poor black slave that none helped them. Now the rich man gets in the place of his one slave. The rich man can witness how it feels to be a poor man. The parable says, at last the rich man died. In hell, he lifted up his eyes. He saw a slave in a blossom Abraham in heaven. That slave had been promised that he would get into. Such a beautiful heaven that the poor slave was longing around him. The rich man cried out to the slave to share hell with him. He asked the slave to bring him a drop of water in hell. He knew if the slave tried to get to hell with a drop of water, the slave will never get to heaven. The rich man will be happy if he receive a drop of water to ease his pain and torment. But if the slave cannot come to him with a drop of water, to go to some of the rich man's brother, who the rich man knew was bound to get a taste, the same hell that the rich man was in. The rich man said, Father Abraham, if you will not let Lazarus come to me, then send him to my brothers. And words to say, they are bound to get hell too. So I said to you, time is not far off. This parable is now in the working. I said to you, my black brothers, Lazarus tried to stay in the blossom of Abraham, because no man came to us, as the Bible teaches us. No man came to the poor Lazarus, lost found. No one aid him. I have been begging for help to borrow money, saying that we would give extreme interest. No one have come to our aid yet. The white man have tried to prevent everyone who would give us a little help. So Allah God came to help us from ourselves. May Allah God bless us through his will and bless us to please him. For Allah God is the only help that we have. I do not care what interest we offered. No one wants to loan us. You know that we are well worth the loan, but they do not want us to be helped. They figure we are going too fast as it is. But oh rich man, your days have come. Your fall have come, and no one will help you. They do not want to come near. They see divine destruction licking its tongue about you on all sides. They do not want to get near to you. See, Europe is standing far and will not come near. She does not want anything of you. See, Europe see your doom. She does not want any herself. Whom to the white slave master in hell he lift up his eyes.